This is the Volkswagen Tiguan. Actually, this is Edgar, he's my son. That is the Volkswagen Tiguan. This particular one is a 162 TSI and it came out earlier this year. And I think it could quite possibly be the best mid-size SUV on the planet. Give me 5 minutes, we'll go for a drive, I'll take you around, I'll show you why. But we have to get you to daycare first. Ugh.
This new generation Tiguan is longer and wider than the previous one, and it's also much tougher looking. I love that slab of a bonnet and those super crisp lines which run down it and alongside the car like sharp paper creases. Then there are those cleanly designed headlights and taillights. It's like an origami prodigy made this car with their bare hands and a billboard-sized piece of paper. This Tiguan is wearing the optional R-Line package, and that adds a sporty front bumper with those gloss black intakes, a rear bumper with the gloss black treatment to the diffuser, those side skirts, the black wheel arch extensions, and those 20-inch rims. Yep, with that pure white paint, it could not look more like a baby Stormtrooper helmet.
Now, one of the most appealing things about the Tiguan is how practical it is. These large doors open really wide. It means getting Edgar in and out is really easy on my back. These windows at the back here are tinted, which means we don't need one of those daggy screens that we've got on our real car. And check this out. It doesn't work every time, but the kick tailgate is actually really handy when it does work. It means your hands are full, you can get shopping to it or, stuff like this. And finally, this grade has also got proximity unlocking. You just touch there, like that, the car's locked. That boot is enormous. It's 615 litres. The wheelbase is about that much bigger too in the new car, and that means more legroom. Okay, I'm 191 centimetres tall. That's about 6'3" in the old scale. This seat is in my driving position and I've got gallons of room. I've got that much room between my knees and the seat back. And I've got about that much room between my head and the roof as well. That's brilliant. Check this out. This grade comes with these little tray tables. Now, they feel really flimsy, but they're not. Edgar's tried to rip these off before and he can't. Good stuff.
Storage in the cabin is excellent. There's a fold-down armrest in the back with cup holders. And look, there's overhead storage here and here. Cup holders there, a storage bin under here, and there's a drawer under the seat. Oh, there it is. There's gigantic bottle holders in all the doors too.
Now this should park itself. So fingers on the wheels, well, you don't really even have to. Now it's doing itself. It's so good, but it's also a bit freaky. It'll park better than you. There we go. That tells you you're there and you're done.
That auto parking function is a standard feature. So is advanced safety stuff like AEB, lane keeping assistance, and things you'd expect too, like a reversing camera and front and rear parking sensors. The 162 TSI Highline gets a kick-ass touchscreen. Actually, all Tiguans get that, but this grade has the schmanciest Discover Pro audio and sat-nav system and voice control. As with all Tiguans, there's Apple CarPlay and Android Auto too. And I have to say, the sound from that 8-speaker stereo is one of the best my ears have ever heard. The cabin of the Tiguan 162 TSI Highline is modern and stylish and feels so well put together. That R-Line package adds black headlining and leather upholstery with R-Line logos, stainless steel pedals, a sports steering wheel, and nice bits of interior trim. So there are different drive modes from Eco to Sport, but the R-Line package adds adaptive chassis control, and this allows you to put the dampers into 3 different settings: Sport, Comfort, or Normal. The dampers are constantly adjusting too.
Now that's only normally on things like the GTI or R-Line or R models. Now that's what the secret is about this car. It basically is a GTI. It's got the same engine as the Mark 7 GTI and it's got the same 0 to 100 time of 6.5 as that Mark 7 GTI as well. Basically this is a Tiguan GTI. Let's go for a drive.
Even with the Tiguan being the equivalent of one Kyle Sandilands plus one Clive Palmer heavier than the Golf, it's still really quick off the mark and pulls hard. It'd be great to see more power though, and a bit more bark. That said, this engine is excellent, with full torque coming in low, low down.
So this is an all-wheel drive, and down here is a little dial, and you can select the different types of terrain that you might want to drive on. Now, yeah, that's good, but what's really impressive about this car is its handling and that engine. Now, it doesn't quite handle as well as a Golf GTI, but I think you'll be pretty hard-pressed to find a mid-size SUV in this price range which handles this well. Okay, so like the Golf GTI, I've got little shifting pedals here which are actually on the steering wheel, so they move with the steering wheel. It's great, you can shift down and you can change up and down gears that way. Now, the gearbox is a DSG gearbox, and look, in the past I haven't been a massive fan of them, but this one's pretty good. This one's fairly smooth. I doubt a DSG is ever going to be as smooth as a traditional automatic transmission. But in traffic it seems to be smooth, and it's lightning quick with the shifts. Okay, so look, the performance of this SUV really is the deal maker for me. It looks great, it's practical, it's a perfect size for a small family. But the fact that it handles like a hot hatch, well, almost like a hot hatch, just seals the deal for me. It's kind of like you don't have to grow up. Okay, that might have taken a little bit more than 5 minutes, but this car is worth it. I truly believe that the Volkswagen Tiguan 162 TSI Highline is the best mid-size SUV on the planet right now. It's unbeatable for looks, practicality, technology, and that engine is fantastic. You may as well call it a Tiguan GTI. In fact, I'm going to. There we go. To read our full review, click on the link right here.